Why the most successful people love staying home. The quiet place where great lives begin. The world is loud. People rush everywhere. Cars move fast. Phones ring. Messages appear every minute. Noise fills the air. Many people believe success lives outside. They believe success lives in busy places, in crowded offices, in endless meetings, in constant movement. But the truth is often different. Many successful people love staying home, not because they are lazy, not because they are afraid of the world, but because home gives them something powerful. Home gives them space, space to think, space to grow, space to become stronger. When you stay home with purpose, something special happens. Your mind becomes clear, your energy becomes calm, your ideas begin to grow. Success does not always come from movement. Sometimes it comes from stillness. Many great thinkers understood this. They knew that quiet time creates strong minds. When the world becomes silent, your mind begins to speak. Ideas appear. Dreams become clearer. Plans become possible. This is why many successful people protect their quiet time. They protect their space. They protect their home. Home is not just a building. Home is a place where your mind can breathe. At home, you are not performing for anyone. You are not trying to impress people. You are simply being yourself. This is where real growth begins. Many people fear being alone. They think silence means loneliness. But silence is not loneliness. Silence is power. Silence is where thinking grows. Silence is where creativity begins. When you spend time alone at home, your brain works differently. It slows down. It reflects. It connects ideas. New thoughts appear. This is how innovation begins. This is how many great projects start. One quiet moment can change a life. One calm evening can create a new idea. One peaceful morning can begin a new future. But many people never experience this. They fill every moment with noise. Music plays constantly. Videos run all day. Messages arrive every minute. The mind never rests, and a tired mind cannot create great things. Successful people understand this truth. They respect the power of rest. They respect the power of quiet thinking. They know that a calm mind can see what a busy mind cannot. Imagine a lake. When the water moves fast, you cannot see the bottom. But when the water becomes still, everything becomes clear. Your mind works the same way. When life becomes too busy, your thoughts become cloudy. But when life becomes quiet, your thinking becomes clear. Home allows that calm water to exist. Home allows your mind to become still. In that stillness, something powerful begins. You begin to understand yourself. You begin to understand your goals. You begin to understand your path. Many people search everywhere for answers. They search in books. They search in other people. They search in new experiences. But sometimes the answers already live inside you. You only need silence to hear them. And silence is easier to find at home. Think about your favorite thinkers, your favorite writers, your favorite creators. Many of them loved quiet places. They spent long hours alone, not because they disliked people, but because they respected thinking. Deep thinking needs time. Deep thinking needs space. Deep thinking needs silence. Home offers all three. When you stay home with intention, you are not wasting time. You are investing in yourself. You are strengthening your mind. You are building your inner world. And the inner world always shapes the outer world. Everything you create in life begins with a thought. A business begins with a thought. A book begins with a thought. A new skill begins with a thought. If your thinking improves, your life improves. That is why successful people protect their thinking time. They build routines at home, simple routines, morning reflection, reading time, learning time, planning time. These quiet habits slowly build powerful lives. At first, the change is small, but small habits grow. Small actions repeat. Small improvements multiply. 1 hour of learning becomes knowledge. 1 hour of thinking becomes a plan. 1 hour of practice becomes skill. And home gives you the environment to do these things. Outside, the world pulls your attention. At home, you can choose your focus. Focus is one of the most valuable skills in life. Successful people guard their focus carefully. They do not allow the world to steal their attention. They know that attention is energy. Where attention goes, life grows. If attention goes to noise, life becomes noisy. If attention goes to growth, life becomes meaningful. Home helps protect that attention. When you close the door to the outside world, you open the door to your inner world. This is where growth happens. This is where discipline grows. This is where patience grows. These qualities cannot be rushed. They grow slowly, like a tree growing in quiet soil. The tree does not shout while it grows. It grows silently, day after day, season after season, but one day it becomes strong. Your life grows the same way. Quiet days at home can build powerful futures, but only if you use them well. Staying home is not about hiding from life. It is about preparing for life. It is about strengthening yourself. It is about becoming ready. Many successful people follow this principle. They balance two worlds, the outside world of action and the inside world of reflection. Both worlds are important, but without reflection, action becomes chaotic. Without thinking, effort becomes wasted. Home is where reflection happens. Home is where strategy forms. Home is where you ask powerful questions. What do I want to become? What skills do I need? What habits must I change? What kind of person do I want to be? These questions shape your future, but they need quiet space. They need honest moments. They need calm thinking. Home offers this gift every day. You do not need expensive tools. You do not need perfect conditions. You only need intention. You only need discipline. You only need the courage to spend time with your own thoughts. At first, it may feel uncomfortable. Silence can feel strange, but slowly you begin to enjoy it. You begin to hear your real voice, not the voice of social media, not the voice of other people's expectations, your own voice. And that voice knows your path. The more you listen, the clearer it becomes. This is one of the hidden reasons successful people enjoy staying home. Home protects their thinking. Home protects their focus. Home protects their growth. It becomes their laboratory, their school, their creative space, their place of transformation. From the outside, it may look simple, but inside that quiet space, powerful change is happening. Thought by thought, habit by habit, day by day. And slowly, the person inside that home becomes stronger, becomes wiser, becomes ready for the world. Part 2. The powerful habits built at home. Success does not appear suddenly. It grows slowly. It grows through habits, daily habits, simple habits, quiet habits. And many of these habits grow best at home. The world often shows success as something dramatic, big moments, big wins, big celebrations. But real success is usually quiet. It is built in ordinary moments, a morning routine, a book opened in silence, a skill practiced again and again, a small improvement repeated every day.
This is the hidden rhythm of successful people, and home is the perfect place for this rhythm to grow.
When you stay home with intention, you begin to design your day. You begin to choose how your hours move. You begin to protect your time. Time is one of the most valuable resources in life, but many people lose it without noticing. They scroll through endless information. They react to every notification. They jump from one distraction to another. Hours disappear. Days disappear. Energy disappears. But successful people protect their time carefully. They build systems. They build routines. And most of these routines start at home. Morning is one of the most powerful times of the day. The world is still quiet. Your mind is fresh. Your energy is strong. Many successful people use the early hours wisely. They do not rush into noise. They do not begin the day with chaos. Instead, they begin with clarity. Some read. Some write. Some plan their goals. Some simply sit and think. These small morning rituals create direction. They give the day a clear beginning. Without direction, a day becomes random. But with intention, a day becomes meaningful. Imagine two people waking up. The first person immediately checks their phone. Messages appear. News appears. Social media appears. The mind becomes busy instantly. Stress begins. Comparison begins. Distraction begins. Now imagine the second person. This person begins the morning slowly. They breathe. They stretch. They write down 3 goals for the day. They read 10 pages of a good book. They think about their future. The same morning, 2 different paths. One path leads to noise. The other path leads to growth. And home makes the second path possible. At home, you can design your environment. You can create a space for learning. A simple desk, a quiet chair, a small notebook, a few powerful books. These simple tools can change a life. Learning is another habit that grows strongly at home. The world today offers endless knowledge. Skills can be learned online. Languages can be practiced. Ideas can be explored. But knowledge requires focus. Focus requires calm, and calm is easier to create at home. Many successful people dedicate time every day to learning, not because someone forces them, but because growth excites them. They understand that knowledge compounds. A new idea today, another idea tomorrow, another idea next week. Slowly the mind becomes stronger. Connections appear. Creativity expands. Opportunities become visible. The world rewards people who continue learning, but learning needs space. Home can become that space.
Another powerful habit built at home is deep work. Deep work means focused effort. No distractions, no interruptions. Just one task, one goal, one direction. In deep work, the mind reaches a special state. Time feels different. Ideas move faster. Skills grow stronger. Progress becomes visible. But deep work is rare today. Modern life is full of interruptions. Phones ring, messages arrive, videos play. Attention jumps constantly. This constant switching weakens the brain. But when you create deep work time at home, your mind becomes powerful again. Even 1 hour of deep work can change your day. 2 hours can change your week. Many successful creators build their best work in quiet rooms at home. Writers write, designers create, programmers build, artists imagine, thinkers plan. From the outside, it looks simple, a person sitting quietly in a room. But inside that room, something powerful is happening. Ideas are becoming reality. Another important habit successful people practice at home is reflection. Reflection means thinking about your actions, thinking about your choices, thinking about your direction. Without reflection, people repeat the same mistakes. But reflection creates awareness, and awareness creates improvement. At the end of the day, many successful people ask simple questions. What did I learn today? What went well today? What could I improve tomorrow? These questions seem small, but they guide growth. They help the mind adjust. They help the mind evolve. And again, home provides the perfect place for reflection. Away from noise, away from pressure, just honest thinking. Another powerful habit is creativity. Creativity needs space. It needs imagination. It needs freedom from constant interruption. When you spend time at home without noise, your imagination begins to wake up. Ideas connect in new ways. Simple thoughts become powerful concepts. A new project appears. A new solution appears. Many inventions began in quiet rooms. Many books began at simple desks. Many companies began as small ideas inside peaceful homes. Great things often start quietly. This is why successful people respect solitude. Solitude does not mean isolation. It means intentional time alone. Time to recharge. Time to think. Time to create. When you spend healthy time alone, your mind becomes stronger. Your identity becomes clearer. You become less controlled by other people's opinions. Confidence grows quietly.
This confidence does not come from applause. It comes from progress. It comes from knowing you are improving, step by step, skill by skill, day by day. At home, you also learn discipline. Discipline is the ability to do what matters, even when you do not feel like doing it. Many people think discipline is harsh, but real discipline creates freedom. When you control your habits stop controlling you. You decide how your day moves. You decide what deserves your attention. This kind of control creates powerful lives. And discipline grows best in consistent environments. Home provides that consistency. The same desk, the same routine, the same learning time, the same quiet moments. These repeated patterns train the mind. The brain begins to expect progress, and progress becomes normal. Another beautiful habit that grows at home is gratitude. Gratitude changes the way we see life. Instead of always chasing more, we begin to appreciate what already exists. A peaceful room, a comfortable chair, a warm meal, a book that teaches something new, a moment of silence. These simple things create deep satisfaction. And when people feel satisfied, they think more clearly. They make wiser choices. They build healthier lives. Success without peace is not real success. Many people achieve money but lose calm. But successful people who value quiet time often protect both, growth and peace, ambition and balance, progress and gratitude. Home becomes the center of that balance. It becomes a place where energy is restored, a place where the mind resets, a place where new strength is built. When people understand this secret, they stop fearing quiet days. They stop thinking staying home means missing life. Instead, they begin to see something different. They see opportunity. Opportunity to learn. Opportunity to think. Opportunity to build a stronger version of themselves. Every quiet day becomes a building block. Every focused hour becomes progress. Every small habit becomes transformation. And slowly, the person who once felt ordinary becomes extraordinary. Not through noise, not through constant movement, but through quiet consistency. Through habits that grow in peaceful spaces. Through discipline built in calm environments. Through reflection that sharpens the mind. Through learning that expands possibilities. This is why many successful people love staying home. Not because they reject the world, but because they are preparing to contribute to the world.
They are sharpening their tools, strengthening their minds,
clarifying their vision. So when they step outside, they are ready. Ready to act, ready to create, ready to lead, ready to build something meaningful. And it all begins in quiet places, in simple homes, in ordinary rooms, where extraordinary habits are quietly growing. Every life follows a direction. Sometimes that direction is clear. Sometimes it feels confusing. But every day moves you somewhere. Every choice shapes your future. Every habit builds the person you become. Many people think life changes only through big events, a new job, a new city, a big opportunity. But most real change happens quietly. It happens in daily moments, small choices repeated again and again. And many of these small choices happen at home. Home is where you spend a large part of your life. Home is where your routines grow. Home is where your mind rests or improves. If you use your time at home well, your future begins to change. Slowly, quietly, but powerfully. Imagine two futures. In the first future, a person spends most evenings in distraction. Endless videos, random scrolling, late nights without purpose. Days feel busy but empty. Weeks pass quickly. Months pass quickly, but nothing really changes. The same problems remain. The same dreams remain unfinished. Now imagine a different future. In this future, the same evenings are used differently. 1 hour for learning, 1 hour for thinking, 1 hour for building a skill. The difference seems small, just a few focused hours, but those hours begin to compound. Knowledge grows, confidence grows, opportunities grow. After 1 year, the difference becomes visible. After 5 years, the difference becomes extraordinary. This is the quiet power of intentional time at home. Many successful people understand this principle. They know that small actions become big results. A single page read today becomes a finished book next week. A few new words learned today become a new language next year. One skill practiced daily becomes mastery over time. This process is slow, but slow progress is still progress, and slow progress is powerful when it never stops. One of the greatest advantages of staying home is control. At home, you can control your environment. You can choose what enters your mind. You can choose what fills your time. You can choose what habits grow in your life. Many people feel controlled by the world, controlled by pressure, controlled by expectations, controlled by noise. But inside your home, you can create a different space. A space that supports your growth, a space that supports your peace. You can design a life that works for you. Maybe you begin each morning with reading. Maybe you practice a language. Maybe you learn writing. Maybe you study business. Maybe you train your body. Maybe you simply spend time thinking deeply. Each person has a different path, but every path requires time. And time at home can become your greatest resource. Another transformation that happens in quiet environments is clarity. Clarity means understanding what truly matters. Many people feel lost because their lives are too crowded, too many voices, too many opinions, too many distractions. But when life becomes quieter, the mind becomes clearer. You begin to notice what truly excites you. You begin to notice what drains your energy. You begin to see which goals are real and which goals belong to someone else. Clarity gives direction. Direction gives purpose. Purpose gives energy, and energy creates action. This chain often begins in quiet moments. Moments when you step away from the noise. Moments when you allow your thoughts to breathe. Moments when you listen to your inner voice. Another powerful transformation is self-trust. Self-trust means believing in your own decisions, believing in your own growth, believing in your own potential.
Many people struggle with self-trust. They doubt themselves. They wait for approval. They fear making mistakes. But when you spend time improving yourself quietly, something changes. You begin to see progress. You begin to see discipline forming. You begin to see your mind becoming stronger, and slowly trust appears. You realize you are capable of more than you believed. You realize you can guide your own life. This quiet confidence is extremely powerful. It does not depend on other people. It grows from within. Successful people often carry this type of confidence. It is calm. It is steady. It is not loud, but it is strong. And it often grows during long periods of focused solitude. Another gift of time at home is emotional strength. Life will always contain challenges, disappointment, failure, uncertainty. These experiences are normal, but people who spend time reflecting and growing often respond differently to these challenges. They develop resilience. Resilience means the ability to recover, the ability to continue moving forward.
When you regularly reflect on your life, you begin to understand your emotions. You learn to pause before reacting. You learn to see problems as lessons. You learn to adapt. This emotional strength is one of the hidden advantages of quiet living. It prepares you for the complexity of the world. It gives you balance. It gives you perspective. Another transformation happens in creativity. When the mind is not constantly overloaded, imagination begins to expand. Ideas start connecting in unexpected ways. You begin to see solutions where others see problems. Creativity is not only for artists. Creativity exists in business, in teaching, in communication, in leadership. Every field rewards creative thinking, and creativity grows in spaces where the mind has freedom. Quiet homes can become places where imagination flourishes. Many important ideas in history began in quiet rooms. A person sitting with a notebook, a person thinking deeply, a person exploring possibilities. The world often celebrates the final success, but the quiet preparation behind that success is rarely seen. Behind every achievement, there were long hours of unseen effort. Many of those hours happened at home. This is why staying home is not a sign of weakness. It can be a sign of preparation, a sign of focus, a sign of intention. It means you are investing in yourself. You're strengthening your foundation, and strong foundations support powerful futures. The truth is simple. You do not need constant excitement to build a meaningful life. You need consistency. You need patience. You need focus. These qualities grow best in stable environments. Home provides that stability. Home can become your training ground, your place of practice, your place of discovery. Every day you return to this space, and every day you have another opportunity to learn, another opportunity to reflect, another opportunity to build something meaningful. Many people wait for the perfect moment to begin changing their lives, but perfect moments rarely appear. Real change begins with simple decisions: a decision to learn, a decision to focus, a decision to grow. These decisions often happen quietly, in simple rooms, on ordinary days, but their impact becomes extraordinary over time. You do not need to escape the world to succeed. You only need to use your quiet time wisely. You only need to build habits that support your dreams. You only need the courage to invest in yourself. And sometimes the best place to begin that journey is the place you already know: your home, a quiet room, a calm evening, a clear intention.
Inside that peaceful space, your future begins to take shape. Thought by thought, page by page, skill by skill, day by day. And one day you will look back. You will realize something important. Those quiet days were not empty. Those calm evenings were not wasted. Those peaceful hours were building the life you wanted. While the world was rushing everywhere, you were growing.
While others were distracted, you were focusing. While noise filled the outside world, your inner world was becoming stronger. And that quiet strength will guide you wherever you go. Because the greatest success is not only what you achieve outside, it is also who you become inside. And that transformation often begins in the simplest place, the place where many successful people find their greatest power: home.
If this video inspired you or helped you learn something new, please take a moment to like, comment, share, and subscribe to the Motivation to Study English for 30 minutes every day. Your support is the energy that keeps us creating better and more meaningful videos every single day.